Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan with another Fallout 76 video. And if you love Fallout 76 and you're not a subscriber yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? I talk about Fallout 76 all the time on this channel, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell too, so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Today we're going to talk about massive new content coming to Fallout 76, and we heard about it at QuakeCon. Yes, you heard me right, QuakeCon. Many of us, including me, thought that we didn't hear anything at QuakeCon, and one of the reasons is that there was a Q&A done, and it was done at a really strange place and time. Jeff Gardiner and some devs did a Q&A, and they put it right in the middle of a block from the Netherlands. In other words, it was done right in the middle of a block of content in a different language. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they were trying to hide it. I really don't know why. But anyway, it was a great Q&A with a lot of great information. Information like display cases for our power armor, mannequins for our outfits and armors, and even fallout shelters under our camps so that we can go crazy in building and not have the restrictions that we do in our camp building. Well, you're going to hear all of this from Jeff and the guys and many other things, and we'll talk more as the video goes on. But let's jump right in and hear some from Jeff Gardiner and the guys right now.
Are we getting like more ways of displaying, like for example, outfits in camps and things like that?
Absolutely. Yeah. We are working on multiple options actually. So we have we're looking at getting mannequins so people can put their outfits on mannequins in their camp and show them off. And then further out, we're exploring the idea of allowing players to display their power armor in their camps. So very excited about this. I know as a player, I want this. I have a lot of cool outfits and power armor paint jobs that I'd like to show off in my camp. So yeah, like definitely keen on getting these features out there.
Yeah, we're also working on Fallout shelters, which hopefully will come this fall. Those are going to be basically, in a nutshell, doors that go into instances in your camp that allow you to build more. We actually were playtesting at Mark and I the other day, and we were sort of blown away. So we're doing a lot of fun things there. We're even experimenting with reducing some of the restrictions to the build rules, not just the budget, but the actual rules themselves. So players don't have to work on a grid so much; they can place things where they want. Some of the staff have created some amazing examples there, so we're really excited for allowing people to sort of create their own environments and interiors. Because once you go into an interior, you have a lot more we have a lot more we can do because you're not affecting other players' games as much. So you can go nuts in there. We don't have to worry about edge case AI and frame rate as much concerns. So that's the plan. They've been working hard on it in Dallas actually. So yeah.
Awesome. Sounds really good. Especially like the power armor display. I would love to display my power armors in the camp. So that's some exciting news.
I thought it was really cool to hear that the Dallas studio is still helping Austin with Fallout 76. I thought that was really cool to hear in that last segment. All right, in this next segment, we're going to hear about legendary perks and perk loadouts. I know everybody's really excited about the legendary perks, and they really tell us a little bit more about the legendary perks and how they work, so I was really excited to hear about this. I mean, they really go into it a little bit more. However, we got some more bad news about the perk loadouts. I'm so excited to get the perk loadouts, and it sounds like they are further out than we were expecting. So here comes Jeff with the bad news about perk loadouts.
On top of that, we've got a couple other features that I think will present more flexibility for our players that, you know, where they may not feel the need to have character slots. So when we look at what we're doing with legendary perks, for example, we're putting in a lot of, we've listened to the player feedback off of PTS. We're putting in a lot more utility legendary perks that give players more flexibility in their perk builds. Master Infiltrator, for example, allows players to just completely auto hack or auto unlock locks, and they don't have to sit there and mess with changing out their perks. We're also adding legendary special perks that increase the perk points you have in your build. So, if you want to be a mostly strength build, you can put your standard points in strength, but like if you want to fall back on rifles, you could take legendary perception, rank that up, and that gives you 5 more points in perception that you didn't have to allocate with your perk points. So there's tremendous build flexibility there with that system. And then further out, we're still looking at perk loadouts, which I think is going to also give players a lot of great flexibility with different builds. So I don't know that with all these extra features coming in, we kind of need to wait and see what the community wants after that before we commit to something like that.
Yeah, perk loadouts especially, we think are going to alleviate a lot of those concerns. We had a really good discussion on yesterday. That's a ways out. I got to warn everybody, but we're still working on it.
Yeah, that's a heavily requested one by the community as well. I see it like every day.
As so players, us too. Yes.
Oh yeah.
We had an engineer the other day saying, "I think I'm going to walk out if we don't do this feature." So yeah, we all agree.
Yeah.
Next, we hear about the future of Fallout 76, and of course that means the Brotherhood of Steel, and sadly they keep it a little vague, but we don't want many spoilers anyway, and I am so excited about the future of Fallout 76 and seeing the Brotherhood of Steel come in. And I know these quests, Steel Dawn and Fractured Steel, I'm so excited for these. And then beyond that, to see what they're going to do beyond that, it's very, very exciting. And I've always loved the Brotherhood of Steel. So yes, I'm very excited to see where the future of Fallout 76 goes.
So yeah, what can you tell us on the topic of Brotherhood of Steel and everything? What can you tell us about the future of Fallout 76 or the near future?
Want to talk about Brotherhood a little more?
Yeah. So obviously, our next big content drop is going to be centered around the return of the Brotherhood of Steel to Appalachia. What's cool about that is the fact that this is a group that's coming from the West Coast. So these are what you would kind of call the original Brotherhood folks, and they've traveled across America to return and find out what happened, but they also have their own mission agenda, right? And so you're going to learn about some of the things that happened in their trek across the states. You're gonna find out why they're here. And you're going to get to know these characters pretty well. I'm keeping it vague intentionally because there's a lot of really cool story elements that I don't want to give away. I really want players to hop in and experience it for themselves. But yeah, I'm excited. It's a very character-centric beat. We have a lot of really interesting characters and some drama there that's going to play out over the course of several different beats. So.
Plus, it's going to be, it's going to have all the stuff you've come to know, not just quests. So armor, weapons, a couple of, we're calling them light allies, more people for camps. So all this stuff that folks loved about Wasteland is also going to be included in this. And we are spreading this out over several batches as well. So stuff will come as it's ready, and it's going to be exciting. The team has done a great job on it.
Really? Yeah. Really excited.
Now this next segment y'all are going to be so excited for. Can we go off the map? Can we go to Washington, D.C.? Can we go to places that we've never been before? And that's what they are pushing for. Maybe not in the near future, but by next year. And they really, really want to do it. They've got some technical hurdles they've got to get over. But listen to the enthusiasm they have on this issue. This is exciting.
We've talked about Appalachia a bit as well, and it's obviously an amazing setting for the game and for the Fallout universe. But do you have any plans for the game to extend the area somewhere in the future?
Listen, that's always a topic of conversation. A lot of our DLCs in our past games, which I've been lucky enough to work on, do that. They put you in different maps, like the Pit did, and in Far Harbor, and all for all our previous Fallout games. That said, we built Fallout 76. It's so big. We got a lot of space to play with in there. We are experimenting with allowing players to do one-off missions off-site. That is definitely in the cards right now. There's technical hurdles there, and that, like everything else, we have to decide what's more important. But that is definitely something I know Mark and his team is sort of champing at the bit to do. So we do want to do that. It's just a matter of there's technical and artists, like there's a lot. There's, again, talking about lifts, it's a big lift, but if we decide to do it, Mark and his team actually have a really good plan on how they want to do it. So hopefully that will start coming with Brotherhood of Steel next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Fingers
cool.
crossed.
Yeah, I would love to tell you.
Fingers
The
crossed.
locations you're
Yeah.
talking about are fantastic.
Yeah,
Honestly, really exciting. 'Cause remember,
yeah.
we can go anywhere. There's a whole world.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you
So-
make me really, really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be
But yeah.
some fun fan service there, but also
Yes.
some spots that maybe we've never been to.
Exactly.
So hopefully it can work out that we can get these out next year.
Now, I know many people have had a question about one Wasteland. This is the system that is coming that is going to try to rebalance Fallout 76. And they go in depth trying to explain this new system. So, instead of me trying to do it, here is Jeff and the guys.
Wasteland, and what will it mean for boss encounters? Will the game still feel challenging in those encounters?
Absolutely. Yeah, so the one Wasteland feature that we're building, we have a lot of tuning knobs and things that we can do to make sure that things are, don't always just immediately go to your level, right? So as an example, we're entertaining the idea of maybe the Scorchbeast Queen doesn't level down. Maybe the Scorchbeast Queen is always going to be, this crazy high level, or maybe we allow the Scorchbeast Queen to come down to a certain level, but not below that, right? So we have a lot of ability and control over, how close we get it to your level or not. We still plan to make the different regions have different sort of challenge ratings, if you will. So, if you're a low-level player and you go into the Cranberry Bog, things aren't necessarily going to come right down to your level. They're gonna come down to a certain level and clamp, right? So it will still be challenging, right? We're very keen on that. We don't want everything to just always be right at your level. So we've made sure to have a lot of controls and ways to, if we choose to, set certain creatures to not auto level.
The two things one Wasteland is setting out to solve are the sort of random difficulty spikes that players experience right now, because the game is leveled to the person who sort of went to that zone first. I'm talking very vaguely here about sort of intricate systems. So sometimes you'll go into a zone and it'll be no problem for like a level 20 player, and sometimes you go in that zone and you're getting your butt kicked. And that's the thing we really want to solve. We want a more predictable experience, one, and two, we do want players of disparate levels to play together. And this is what this is doing. It is not going to all of a sudden make everything like milk toast, or that is, trust me, no one on the team wants that at all. Fallout is about making hard choices and decisions and consequences in combat as well. So that is not, so what again, the two things that are going to suffer, hopefully those two things. So one, you can play with newer players more easily, or old, or husband and wife, one can play a lot more than the other. They can still play together. And two, we want to kill those randomized difficulty spikes they're just frustrating. Honestly, we all play the game a lot, and it's never fun when you wander into top of the world and there's a level 60 blood bug that's sucking your face.
And finally, they talk about daily ops and Vault 94. Now, Vault 94 is going to be changed from what it was before. I know we all remember the Vault raids, but they've changed Vault 94, so it's interesting to hear what they're going to do with Vault 94 and these new daily ops.
And this one is actually a highly requested one by the lore-minded players. So they're asking, when will we learn the fate of Vault 96, or have the option to maybe explore it sometime?
Right. So I will, let me explain what we're doing with Vault 94, and then we can kind of connect the dots from there. So we have our new daily ops feature that we're working on. We're going to bring back Vault 94 as part of a daily op location. So you'll get to go in and play through this mission in Vault 94. It's a very different experience than the previous incarnation, but it's really fun, and you get to experience the vault and just the beauty of it. On top of that, we're unlocking the vault location in the world, so now you can go into it and explore, discover more of the lore, and really kind of take your time with it and see, and learn more about it. So we're going to do that as part of the initial release package for daily ops. In the future, we would like to do the same thing for 96. So we are looking to make sure that we can put it back in. We have opportunities for players to explore it and learn more about the lore, but right now that'll have to come at a later date.
Well, that's a lot of new content coming to Fallout 76, and a lot of that content is coming this year or early next year. Almost all of it is coming this year or early next year, so that is super exciting to see what is coming to Fallout 76. That means the future is looking very, very bright for Fallout 76, and I wanted you to see how excited, especially that Mark guy, and it looks like he is the one that is leading the charge in making all of this new content. And man, he's excited, and I'm excited, and I hope you are excited for all of this new content coming to Fallout 76. And as I said, the future looks so very bright, and I'm sure they're working on other things that they're not even telling us about. So I will be the first to say that I was wrong on the KingCast. They gave us great content at QuakeCon about Fallout 76. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure and check all my links down below. Of course, I have Twitter, I have Facebook, I have Discord. Y'all make sure that you check all them out. And if you can, and if you're able, you can become a partner with this channel through Patreon, or if you want to give a one-time gift to help out the channel, you can do that through Coffee. There's a link down below as well. And also now we have a store, so you can check out the coffee cups and stickers and t-shirts and all that. All of that helps the channel. You also help the channel just by watching, liking, commenting, and sharing the video. Thank you for all you do for me and this channel. I am the KingFanMan. I'll see you next time, guys.